Ladies and gentlemen, uh, it's cool here at the lakeside city of Kisumu. The weather is promising. Today, it's a moment that I want to speak about some thorny issues. As you all know, my title is the president for the Sufuria movement and the Kenya Bunge la Wananchi caucus. My name is Obungu Sospita Owich. Today, while here in Kisumu, I want to address this issue of floods. It is time that we tell the government the truth. The county government and the national government. This issue of floods has always ever been there. It is not something that comes and goes. It is something that is experienced every time that there are heavy rains. The government are pretending as if they doesn't know that floods cause havoc. Every moment that it rains, River Nyando bursts, and it is out. The waters are getting into the homes of our people. People get suffering because of this water. It is time that we remind the national government that the only solution to this is not distributing a 1 kg of Unga. It is not about bringing flour. It is not about bringing beans and rice, but it is about offering the long-lasting solution about the Korusoin Dam. That is the only solution to the floods in River Nyando, to the floods along Kano Plains and Rota in Nyakach constituency. People are always suffering during this period. The idea that every time that it rains, leaders visit such places and talks about advising our people to move to the higher lands or raised places or higher grounds. I want to condemn such leaders. I just saw recently a member of parliament for Kisumu Central, Dr. Joshua Dongoron, going to Kapwote in Nyalenda B ward, that is Kisumu Central constituency, and advising the electorates to move to the higher grounds. My simple question to him: what are these higher grounds? Which parts of Nyalenda B are these higher grounds? What if where you put your house is the only resource that you can get at that point? Which other higher ground can you afford to go to? It is time that we offer solutions. Let us not always get to places where people are suffering and we take photos. We walk there in large numbers so that people can see us, that we are offering solutions to those places, yet there is nothing that we are offering which is very tangible. It is so very desperate. It is a desperate moment that our people of Nyando gets encountered with each and every time. This is my message to the MP for Nyando constituency, Honorable Jared Okello. Honorable Jared, you have been the member of parliament for 2 terms. You have known the problems, the historical problem of these floods in River Nyando. It is very desperate in nature that you have not even taken your time to speak about this in the floor of the House. Every moment that these floods come in Nyando, yours is just to organize for how to distribute 1 kg of Unga. And you at times bring some beans, a goro for beans. And that you think that you're supporting your people out of such kind of donations. It is time that you bring a long-lasting solution as the member of parliament. Being a representative of the people of Nyando, yours is to fight forward and fight through all means so that this menace of floods can come to an end. It is time that you remind the national government that they have an obligation to take as a government, because there can no longer be, because it is always very prudent to work with a government that offers solutions to your people. The people of Nyando are always in their state whenever rains are on course. Make sure that you support your people. Make sure that you provide for a long-lasting solution, an alternative to this. Balawanga. Bwana Balawanga, this issue of floods in the city is something that must be addressed. Each and every time that it rains here in Kisumu, our streets become so worse. Around Kisumu Boys is always very worse whenever it rains, and it is very impassable. Around Stage, along that area, our drainages are blocked. There are no proper services that are done, despite the fact that there are locations that the city always puts aside for maintenance of our drainages or opening of the drainages. When you come to around Patel's Flat, that roundabout becomes a no-go zone. It is somewhere that even vehicles finds it very difficult to move around that place. Motorbikes cannot move around that place. Come to Kondele, the famous flyover around the roundabout at the Kondele is always very pathetic, and it is somewhere that people find it very difficult to make movements. The mobility is always a problem around such places. In Kondele ward, Manyata is a problem. Konambaya is a problem, Konamaji is a problem, Konambuta is a problem, Konalejo is a problem. The Koyango, the famous Koyango market, the road that connects from CJ to Gurka, it is not even supposed to be called a road because it cannot even, it doesn't give a decent movement. It doesn't provide for a decent movement whenever it rains. Every time people walk on flooded areas in the streets of Kisumu. Being a city, it's supposed to be organized in a way that even if it rains, our people can access their homes without any difficulty. This is not something that comes without the knowledge of the city. This is something that is there. It's always there whenever it rains. There is no important or proper actions that are taken after the rains are over. So this is my advice to you, Mr. Michael Abalawanga. As the city manager, as the acting city manager, somebody who is in control of the city, make sure that you sit down with the MCS for the Kisumu Central, the 6 MCS that represents these 6 wards within Kisumu Central. And you prioritize on the areas that are always found with a lot of problems whenever it gets rained on. That is something that you must work on very quickly. Make sure that you use the monies that are in the budget, the monies that are set aside for organizing a city to be clean. The rains are still on. Houses are getting demolished each and every day as a result of poor drainage patterns. It is just yesterday, but one when I renovated one house around Metameta, which got down as a result of poor drainage. The drainage along Konalejo to Metameta and Colbox area is something that is wanting. Make sure that you walk around such places and organize that. As I finish, I want to advise and remind the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto, that the issue of Korusoin Dam is long overdue. It is time that we organize for this so that these perennial floods around Nyando and Nyakach are sorted out once and for all. We want our water, we want this excess water to be tapped so that during dry seasons they can be used for irrigation for farming. We want such waters to be harvested. Let them be harvested for future use. We want homes around Nyando to be safe from floods. Thank you, Mr. President, and we are looking forward to such kind of quick actions from you.